Welcome everyone. It is me, Dennis again. Have you all heard I think most of uh the Americans since you were a child, uh you see it on TV, you see it on the cartoons everywhere, like the greatest American dream, and you imagine that huge two-story house, and you imagine the two beautiful Labrador dogs, four kids and a wife, uh, your barbecue in the backyard, and your nice pool and everything, and your Mercedes and your BMW in your garage, your pitched fence and everything so fancy. But in reality, you see it on TV, you see it in the movies, and you're like, wow, I love the American dream. It's so cool. But in reality, is when you live here, you start realizing that that's all slavery. That's all a trap. It's a they make you to believe it's a brainwash. They make you to believe that you're gonna have all of that, and it seems like it's not true. It's not real. Why? Because at early ages, since you're 16, you start working at regular job. You could do anything. Like if you were not being, if you're born not being rich, you're gonna try every single job like landscaping, dishwasher, you name it, all kinds of different jobs. So you start realizing, like, wait, so when you start learning how this country actually runs, how it works, it's owned by the of 2% of the people here owns this country. They run this country, and they drive you as whatever way they want. They either CEOs, corporations, and they're also private investors. That's how they run. It doesn't matter who's going to be the joker out there. Any regardless of any party, politicians is not going to change anything. And the thing is, like, once you realize how the country runs, and it leads you to many different things like consumerism, it leads you to more debt, and you start getting more credit cards, you're spending money that you don't have. You start realizing that, um, how can you actually afford to buy a house? If right now a house is 399,000, you can find $40,000 down payment. And if you only have one job, how can you afford to pay that? While the dollar is inflated, and it's gonna get even worse. Right now, it's the morning. Anybody that goes grab a coffee at Starbucks, I remember back then $3 used to be really expensive. Now you spend up to $8 a day in a coffee that it's really expensive, while you can make it at home, and it comes out to $3,000 a year, which is insane. The skyrocketing is just insane. The prices on a house, prices on a car. So basically, they're been programming you your whole life to believe that you have to work even harder in order for you to make more money so you can have a better success. You're basically having two jobs to pay off a house that you don't even live there. Your mortgage payment is way out of whack. And it makes me to believe that your student loan and everything, it is something that in Europe you can go to Romania, Albania, all those countries, to study is free. You buy a house, you don't even have to worry about tax. You go to Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, people are not really chasing money at all. People, their business is more like a family kind of business, and they don't really worry about like chasing money in the biggest house, and people are really happy over there. So in reality is that the richest person on earth planet, he may not be the happiest person on the earth. So I started to believe that the American dream is something that they put up in our minds since we were kids. It's all brainwashed. We're being programmed to believe that, yeah, keep working, work more than 40 hours, work overtime, and you're going to get better. Like, there's no way. If you buy a brand new car right now, in 5 years, it's going to get old. So the whole ideology is like consumerism is going to keep you working, and working is going to keep you slave, and a slave is going to lead you to get old, sick, tired, with anxiety. You may get a stroke. It's gonna eventually consume you and distract you. That's basically all what they want. They don't wanna give you none of it. They want to extract you the whole strength, your hard labor. And at the end of it, if you're not realizing, like, I wasn't born in this country. I've been here for over 20 years, but I started to search a lot about the country since I was very young. And I started realizing that the 2% are the one that they're making their billions no matter what, with your hard effort. They hardly even paying tax. They find ways how to actually avoid everything in a way that they become richer, richer, and richer. Middle class and lower middle class, one day in, one day out, go to work, get home. They program you to work until you're, don't even get me started. People are around the ages of 70s, 65, they still working like they have one or two jobs in order for them. They should be at home right now. Like they should be living on their social security number, but they still see the inflation. We're in the middle of inflation, heading to another recession. I don't know if we're heading to another Great Depression like the 1929, because all I'm seeing is these people are working, and it's so sad. They're old, and it's considered, it's supposed to be the golden ages. Like, my thing is, they like you from doing everything. All they want to keep you is busy. They want to keep you trapped in that rat race, the 9 to 5, working the whole entire life to for you to be working. And then, have you ever seen a hamster in a wheel? That everything is repeating again. We're barely right now in ending summer, and they're already showing us the pumpkin from for Halloween. So they're kind of like pushing you to start getting stuff way before ahead. And then you see a couple Christmas trees as well, and you're like, man, well, it's not even near Halloween or Thanksgiving. It's so insane how they want to push you for you to spend that money. Like, it is, they program you to believe that you're gonna have to repeat over and over and over. But that American dream is just a nightmare. It's a financial nightmare right now because people are struggling financially. People are like, that American dream does not exist. It's never been existed. The only thing I can see is, like, unless you become an entrepreneur or you become a content creator, but they don't even want you to do that as well, because the Gen Zs is not that they're lazy. I am millennium, but the Gen Zs are not lazy. They just way they came. They're a little bit smarter, so they want to kind of work more with their mind instead with their physical activity. Like physical strength. They started realizing that it's a bunch of pack of lies. So they don't want to be programmed. They don't want to be their brain to be washed by the how our grandparents were brainwashed, our parents, to believe that, yeah, work, 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 and they're like, no, let's just find another way how to actually succeed, how to live. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, the 2% are constantly, year after year after year, like all the wealth is going to them. As you can see, you're more than sinking, sinking, sinking in the water you until you get drowned. Like, I don't know how in the world, like, we're gonna keep up to pay the rent, the utilities, the mortgage, the insurance, the electricity, the car insurance, house. When you buy a house, you on top of that you have to pay a lot of different other things, which I talk about in the previous video. But where is the American dream? Can anybody tell me what the American dream is? Is it just working until, since you're 15 year all the way to you're 55? Is that what you call it, American dream? Because I don't see a dream at all. People people are just working. People are trapped. People are hating the 9 to 5, the rat race. People just work, work, work to buy stuff that they don't even need. Imagine if you have a house, a car, and you're the only income. Man, that'll be more than impossible to pay it if you're the only source of income, because you have to have at least 3 to 4 jobs in order to afford it. So there's many other things I can go over, like groceries, gas, you name it. It's many different things, but the American dream It's financial nightmare right now. People are struggling financially. Everybody's going broke. It's designed to make you poor. The system was designed to make you work like a slave, work like a dog, and never get success. You're just gonna be there, trapped like a rat in the hamster in the wheel, the 9 to 5, that rat race, and you're gonna end it up tired, old, and you're gonna be like, for those that knows exactly what I'm talking about, congratulations, you have knowledge. And for those who don't know, please start searching about this country. This country owned, all the wealth is owned for big corporations. That's exactly how it runs. Big corporations and private investors. And as the years go by, the interest rates is gonna get way the hell out of expensive. It's skyrocketing. It's gonna be sky high. In a house, buying a car, buying land, every single federal tax or state tax is gonna get the inflation right now is at 2.7, and people are like, no, what are you talking about? Inflation does not exist because they make over $1 million a year. For them, does not exist. But for those who makes less than $30,000 a year, they're feeling it. It's like, I'm not even making it up. We're in the middle of inflation right now. We're heading to another recession. People don't want to talk about. They ignore it. But recently, I found out there was 354 stores. Forever 21 shutting down this year, so that means the economy is real bad. Um, there's no people buying. There's no people with cash, and the money that they have is like they they get it into their debit card. I mean credit card. So people are spending money they don't have on their debt, and debt leads you to more problems, to the GPD, and it gets way even worse by that you have to work double to pay off that interest rate in a house, in a car, in a credit card. It's a lot of other different things I can go over, but the American dream, it's a big financial nightmare right now. For those, it doesn't matter your age. You can be 20, 30, 40, 50. You know what I'm talking about. It has never been real. That house, if you imagine that house of your dreams, you're gonna get 50, 60, 80 years old. Probably your kids are gonna end up paying if they're lucky, because the interest rate right now on every single thing, it could be mortgage, it could be land, it could be many different things. Nobody wants to talk about the dollar. Nobody wants to talk about the inflation, which is 2.7, and we're heading to another recession. People are not buying stuff. People are not buying a house, and if the ones that have a house, they want to sell it, they want to get rid of it because they cannot keep up with their payments. So they just rather buy a van and travel all over the United States, or either just buy a ticket and take off to Thailand or Vietnam to live an abroad life, which is way cheaper. If you have it like emergency in Asia or Central or South America, to visit a doctor is about $75. Uh, if you get any kind of surgery, it's about $300. Here in the United States, if you call 911 and the ambulance will pick you up, and you ended up in the hospital for any kind of blood checkup and all that, it's about, the minimum is probably 19 to 20,000. That's another debt right there. So I don't believe in the American dream. I really don't. I believe that it's a bunch of lies. They've been brainwashed our whole ideology of succeed. I refuse to work 40 hours a day. I mean a week, and it's a 9 to 5 rat race. It's the hamster in a wheel. So I totally refuse to believe that there is an American dream, or there is a kind of like, yeah, work hard and you're gonna get success. Um, for the ones that they don't know about the history of this country, I want you guys to learn it and get more knowledge off of it, because even at school, elementary school, high school, they don't teach you none of that. So all they want you to do is just want you to be trapped like a rat. Get all, even teachers right now, they cannot keep up. They used to be okay with $35,000 a year. Now teacher can make up to 50,000 a year, any elementary teacher, and they still cannot keep up. That's how bad we are right now. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And we've been brainwashed to believe, we've been programmed since we were kids, that there is the greatest American dream, and yes, you're gonna get it. There's no way. It's only financial nightmare there is. People can barely even sleep. People lose their sleep because they own their house, their car, their mortgage, their uh, utilities, groceries. People are getting anxiety, depression, stroke. People are having mental health. That's the answer. The American dream is actually mental health. People are about 300,000 people have mental health in the United States, and nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to say, yeah, people are suffering from mental illness. People have getting a lot of different stages of cancer in their food and everything. People get cancer. People have a kidney failure. People get a lot of lungs with their AC mold getting stuff, yeah, in their lungs. People get all kinds of liver problems because the food we eat. A lot of different kind of stuff. Heart disease is the number one in the United States. Is the same reason why the worriness, the concerns, the uncertain days coming, with the recession and the Great Depression and all of it. This channel is not meant to be negative. This channel is meant to talk about realities that's happening in the United States. And for those who don't know me, my name is Dennis, and I hope you all love this video. And you're welcome anytime to subscribe to this channel. I would love your support, and there's more and more and more videos coming up. I hope you all love it, and I want to send the good vibes to everybody. Good vibration, good energy, good spirit, um good people around. Like, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and love you all. Take care, and God bless you, and believe in yourself. And if you can escape the 9 to 5 and find ways how to actually succeed, and you're talented about something, go for it. Don't think about it. Put in the work. Keep moving on. Believe in yourself and have no lack. Like, there's anything you want in life in your heart, just go for it. Go after it. Go after your goals, and I hope you achieve them, and that'll be a great celebration. Good vibration, good energy, good spirit. The God that created the universe is gonna eventually send us an answer for all of us. I hope you all take care. Subscribe to this channel. I want to hear your comments down below. I hope you all take care. God bless.